Good morning, everyone. This is Banushree. My seminar topic is medical legal autopsy. In that, now I'm going to discuss about the purpose and legal bindings of medical legal autopsy. The appropriate word for autopsy is necropsy. Necropsy means examination of the body after death. Medical legal autopsy or postmortem examination is a special type of scientific examination of a dead body carried out under the laws of state for the protection of its citizens and to assist the identification and prosecution of the guilty. The first autopsy is performed in the year 1559 when King Henry II suffered with a fatal injury and died. After his death, after 7 days, Dr. Ambroise Paré, a French surgeon, dissected the body and discovered that the king died due to a subdural hematoma. And now the objectives related to medical legal autopsy are: by performing medical legal autopsy, we can identify the cause and manner of death. To determine the identity of deceased, here deceased means the dead one. To determine the time and injury which caused the caused the death. To establish and rule out foul play. And to identify the weapon, poison responsible for death. To document any natural diseases present. To collect evidence from the body that can be used to prove or disprove an individual's guilt or innocence, and to confirm or deny the account of how death occurred. In case of infanticide, whether the infant's birth is stillbirth or born alive. And next, rules of medical legal autopsy. Medical legal autopsy is performed by a registered medical practitioner, and it must be performed in earliest possible time. No fee must be charged for it. Permission is given by police officer or magistrate, and no need to take consent from relatives of deceased. Whenever a body is sent for autopsy, it must be accompanied by dead body challan and an inquest report. And place where autopsy to be performed is, it is performed in well-equipped mortuary, and only in the cases of exhumation or mass disasters, it can be performed at the site itself without any delay, but only on the requisition of the magistrate. The body must be identified by the policeman and relatives or friends, and their names must be recorded. In case of unidentified bodies, marks of identification, photographs, fingerprints must be collected or noted. The medical officer should try to limit the number of those present at the autopsy hall to the minimum. If the deceased has been under medical care before death, the physician consent to be present at the autopsy. And when to be done? Autopsy must be done in the daylight so that we can observe any color changes regarding bruises, and in case of jaundice patients. Notes must be made during autopsy, and we have to dictate it to the assistant. All corrections should be initiated. Nothing should be erased. If no assistant is available, the doctor itself should prepare the report immediately after the completion of the autopsy. Tape recorder may be used. Injuries noted on the inquest report must be verified during autopsy. Number of doctor requests are, in normally single medical practitioner is enough, but in case of dowry deaths or custodial deaths, a team of 2 doctors may be required. Video recording. As per recommendations of the National Human Rights Commission, all autopsies in the case of death occurring in a police custody or prison have to be videotaped. Visit to the crime scene. In case of murder, poisoning, or traffic accident, sex crimes, and firearm injuries, a visit to the scene of crime must be undertaken without any delay, so that certain important clues to the nature and circumstances of the crime may be available, and reconstruction of the scene can be done. Body should never be embalmed before autopsy, because that embalmism alters the toxicological evidence completely. Medical autopsy should be done completely. The postmortem report should be submitted within 24 hours after completion of the autopsy. Difference between medico-legal autopsy and pathological autopsies are: medico-legal autopsy is performed in case of unnatural deaths, but pathological autopsy is performed in natural deaths. In case of medico-legal autopsy, permission of the legal authorities is necessary, and in case of pathological autopsy, permission of legal authorities is not necessary. In case of medico-legal autopsy, consent of relatives is not necessary, and in pathological autopsies, we have to take the consent of relatives. With this, I conclude my topic. Thank you.